Gee, so where should we start? Do you want to start with Phoenix getting to talk about your fantastical high score that you're sitting pretty on right now with Zelda?
Oh, yeah, was it 96 that we're sitting at for Metacritic?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, let's see. I have
that's awesome compared to
96.
your 0.
Yep, as of today.
So what does that technically put me at? Like a 48 or something for both those games if I balance them out? No, a little more than 49. I don't know. Either way, that's great, but it's not going to help me too much. I've lost this competition, so unless one of you like completely bombs out and gets a 10, I'm probably out of luck. But
I haven't gotten anything yet, so I'm just expecting a couple of things down the line. But
as long as you don't have anything gets delayed, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, well,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I
don't know.
So you've got not one of your games are out yet. Yeah, Diablo, Eddie Final Fantasy, Armored Core.
Oh, that's all.
They're all about to pop up real quick, right? Like Final Fantasy is about to come out.
Armored
Diablo
Core,
4, Armored Core. I mean, I guess Final Fantasy Rebirth is the only one that might be shaky, but it sounds like they're pretty firm on it. I don't know. I feel like you've got a better bet than I had. I mean, Suicide Squad messed me up pretty bad. So.
And then back to me. I think all I have is Hogwarts Legacy. I've still got Spider-Man, Hades, Starfield, Hollow Knight.
They just did an announcement about Hollow Knight because I think it was supposed to come out like Q1 or second quarter of 2023, and they did say it was going to come out a little bit later this year. So it got a bit of a delay.
You know where there would be a good place to talk about that at? This what is this? This Xbox event next month, or is it that? Yeah, that's next month. That'd be an excellent place to talk about that game. Talk about any game, Xbox people are working on.
Is Hollow Knight Xbox exclusive?
No, but it got.
I know they're kind of having the primary marketing on it.
The primary marketing, and it was introduced, I think, at an Xbox event, like the last showcase, I think.
Well, Xbox could use a W, and I guess they kind of got one this week. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but either way, yeah. I mean, I'm happy that Zelda's high, but I think that was going to be a given. Like, I couldn't imagine this game have been any lower than like a 90 something, so it's about where I expected it. Not going to save me, unfortunately, but good score. I think it's at least so far from what I played, it's a warranted score. So we'll kind of dig into that in a little bit, but good on Nintendo. They put out another good one.
Yeah. The user score is pretty high. 8.7 seems that's unusually high, right, for the user. I feel like the user is normally much more critical.
Go back to the critics really quick. Last I checked, it was still one mixed review. Everything else was positive. Is that still the split?
Right here, you mean?
Somewhere on
critic
there.
Reviews.
Yeah, somewhere it will say how the breakdown is.
Oh, on here? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, it
generally
usually says how many reviews. Hold on, I pulled the link.
Says 97 critic reviews. Oh, if I click here, it'll take me to the critic reviews.
Over there on the right. It has that breakdown slider.
So 461 negative, 3707 positive.
Well, that's user score. You need to find the critic one.
I don't really see a bar graph or anything for that.
I see a big.
It's on the very first page, Jess.
On the very.
It's 95 critic reviews, all positive, 2 mixed, 0 negative. Right?
There, I see. I see. Okay.
One was a 60. It was like a yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, and one's a 70. Why though? And then Gfinity. Wait, what?
I didn't read the whole Gfinity review. I did read the little blurb they had there, Metacritic. I kind of agree with some of it. We'll talk about it. I mean, I wouldn't have given it a 60 by any means, but
they said there's
some warrant to that.
Too much air or too much water.
Too much air. Yeah. Well, no, they have some keen comments on the dungeons and how they're set up, and I think there's some relevancy there that we can talk about.
I think they're disappointed you don't actually play as Zelda. You play as some other character.
I'm sure that's it. I am glad to see there was some mixed reviews. Like, everybody just throwing 10s at the game. I don't know. I never liked that. Not that I'm saying it isn't a 10, but a lot of people get caught up in the bias and the hype and all of that, and they overlook a lot. And don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic game. But But I don't know. I could definitely see how people would take an opposite stance about some things. Be like, well, it's a good game, but it's not my favorite game, and may not be a 10 in people's eyes. So I'm glad to see there's at least some mixed reactions. I wouldn't agree if there were a bunch of negative reactions. I can't think there's much negative in this game thus far, but mixed reactions, good to see.
And even if there was, I feel like we're entirely too early to have any, like, at least I feel like I'm entirely too early.
Well, I mean, the critics hopefully shouldn't be. They've been playing the game a fair amount longer than us, but at the same time, but I know too they had to rush through it. I don't
Unless
know
you're
when they got
Kotaku.
review codes, but yeah. Oh, Kotaku. Right. So either way, that's where I'm standing as far as the Olympics. I'm not winning. I'm not gonna win, but I guess now it's just to kind of see who's gonna take the lead here in a little bit. I'm kind of feeling Serrano is gonna be kind of the hidden gem in these scores. I don't know, you got a lot of good games sitting there that I think might eke through with some high 80s, low 90s at the worst.
Well, because what's big for me, I think, is September. Because isn't Spider-Man September? Is Hades September? Or no, Starfield September as well?
It's end of the year, yeah. I think Starfield's the one that's gonna be iffy on you. I don't know. I don't see Starfield being in the 90s. I just don't.
Yeah, you don't. I don't. It might be high 80s, maybe.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I think, best expectation somewhere in the 80s, and I think that's fair. It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad game or whatnot, but come on, it's a Bethesda game, man. Like, it's going to have some issues. We've already seen, like, the frame rate issues they had in some early previews. I mean, maybe it's resolved now, but I don't know. I just don't have a lot of confidence they're going to release, like, a crazy polished game. Like, look at Zelda. Zelda, for all intents and purposes, super polished, super buttoned up. Like, the vision is fully intact. Whereas the Bethesda games, as of late, haven't quite hit that mark, right? Fun games. You can do a lot of great stuff in them, but there's some wonkiness to them. So I'm expecting somewhere in the 80s.
Redfall met all expectations.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Okay, so did you guys want to move into our